And welcome back. 40 years ago today, the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded, killing its 7-person crew. Reporter Ron Trevino looks back at the tragedy and talks about the astronauts' legacy.
And liftoff of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
As the Challenger rose into the Florida sky on the morning of January 28, 1986, and so many of us watched the tragedy unfold, Terry Hart, who had just retired from NASA, was not watching, but he quickly found out.
What were the first thoughts that entered your head when you found out about the accident?
Well, I guess there was a lingering hope that maybe they survived somehow, but when I saw the video, it didn't seem likely.
Terry Hart is now a professor of aerospace engineering at Lehigh University in Pennsylvania. But as an astronaut, he had actually been on board the Challenger for a mission 2 years before the disaster. On that mission, he flew with one of his best friends, Dick Scobie, who had perished with the rest of the crew on that horrible day in 1986.
Actually, Dick Scobie called me the day before the launch there as he was in quarantine there getting ready, and I wished them well.
What did Dick Scobie tell you?
That they were ready to go and they were feeling upright and all, and so he was well trained and looking forward to a good mission, especially with a school teacher and all. There was a lot of interest in the mission.
After the tragedy, Hart flew to Houston as quickly as he could to help out the astronauts' families.
But we in Houston, when we think of Challenger, what do you think we should think of?
I think the people, the 7 people we lost that day, and how they had dedicated, their careers and their lives to exploration.
Hart says out of the tragedy, NASA learned a lot about making future missions safer.
Now, is it going to be harder to have those safety measures in place nowadays because we got private companies that are leading the way, not NASA?
Yeah, it's a concern, Ron, but I think private companies can step up to it as well as NASA has in the past, and perhaps even better.
As we try to reach the moon and Mars, Houston will always remember the sacrifices made by the Challenger 7.
Tune in tonight on 12 News Plus to watch Challenger: A Dream Unfulfilled. You can watch it at 6:45 p.m. streaming exclusively on 12 News Plus.